After some reflection, I think I can say with the loudest voice that the biggest cultural shock for me this year is having to admit that it's easier to find a job than to find a life partner in Germany. Hi, my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to this beautiful session of the small talks. I mean, you guys can see from my eyes, I'm a little bit erkältet. That's the word in German. I think in English is I forgot to know, but I'm erkältet. And but I could not leave this gist. I had to share with you all this gist. Like I could not, even with my eketo, I'll just give you guys this gist. In today's session of our small talk, I will be talking about dating in Germany, how difficult it is to find a life partner. No matter how beautiful you can be, smart, intelligent, and the list continues. So prepare your chairs and your popcorn because we're gonna talk about this dating issue in Germany. It's a while now I'm in Germany and I've really observed a lot when it comes to relationships, when it comes to having a life partner because I have friends here and all and talking from my personal experience, I can also testify because your girl has suffered. People from Africa can relate to me. Like at some point of your life, you a young girl when you're in Europe and with studies it's going, your parents will be like, when are you getting married? You need to start conserving kids and blah 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 blah. But they can't really understand the challenge faced here when it comes to having a life partner because you will not just get married to anybody just because you want to get married, or you won't just give birth to kids just because you want to give birth to kids. You need someone you feel you guys can be compatible to do those two stuff, getting married and having a kid or children, to actually take that path, to actually make that decision because it's a big decision that affects you or your life. So sometimes I don't understand that. I'll be like, give me a grandkid, I want to see your husband. I'm like, is it easy to find one? So you guys already watching this video, please just like this video already so you don't forget to actually like at the end of the video. Like it, and for those who are new, please help me and subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers and I'm rooting for you. Please root for me as well. And hit that subscribe button and the notification box so that whenever I make videos you can be notified that I've made videos. So I think after a lot of reflection, I can say some one or two things when regarding the difficulty of not having a life partner here in Germany. And from my observation, the first thing I can mention, which poses a problem in finding a life partner in this Germany, is the expectation issue. Like you can meet someone who is quite cool, quite nice, and you guys go on a date, everything, but you guys have different values, different expectations when it comes to building a relationship. That's for me the biggest problem, the biggest issue. And so as I said, you can meet someone who is not willing to commit. Yeah. And if somebody is not willing to commit, you won't force the person needs to want to commit from his heart, you know. And yeah, if the person doesn't want to commit or doesn't want to respect you, there's nothing you would do that will make the person change his or her mind. So that makes dating very difficult here in Germany. And yeah, so guys and girls,
watching this video, if you feel you're not willing to commit, please better don't ask a girl out. Yeah, because it actually hurts, when you find someone and you really want to commit with the person or commit to the person or make the relationship work. At the end of the day, you bring up some stories or blah blah blah. It's really funny. So stop doing that. Stop breaking people's children's hearts.
that was the first thing. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the language barrier. This will now touch the mixed dating. For a lady, for example, who wants to date a German, she might be faced with this language barrier if the German doesn't speak English. So it can happen that you meet a German who malheureusement doesn't speak English. So what will you do? There'll be this language barrier. So most of the times, it causes this issue. Like, you can see a guy, you're saying to the guy birds because of the language. You're like, ugh, it slows the process down. Yeah, that's a really valid reason which makes dating in Germany difficult. Next thing I'd like to talk about is the difficulty in navigating some dating apps. As you all may know, there are lots of dating apps here in Germany in which you can register in, and you get to meet people. You get to attend events where you can network, when you can, you know, raise up your social battery. So for someone who doesn't know how these dating apps work, or for someone who doesn't know the best dating apps, because there are some apps that when you use them, you get to meet nice people. So on one hand, we have people who are open to go to these dating apps, but don't actually know how to navigate through these apps, because there's a way to carry yourselves on this app so you can meet people. And there are also some apps that some dating apps that actually yield good results. Yeah. And on the other hand, for those who are not really app type, I always stress this fear of meeting people who are just there for games. Like, they just want to meet you, and then you guys know what comes next. And yeah, so that poses a problem with getting to meet someone in Germany with whom you can say, okay, I have somebody, and we can, build something together. And yeah. The other point which is important is our African norms. So even if you live in Germany, if you're an African living in Germany, you still have you're still attached to your culture. I mean, for most, because when you are born and raised in Africa, you no longer think like a European. There are some things that even if you want to do, you'll be afraid of your mother's eyes or your father's eyes. That's just the thing. So many ladies I know here, they have like a lot of norms, a lot of do's and don'ts, and it makes it difficult for them to find someone who actually matches their energy. Like, it's really difficult. A lot of ladies who are very educated, very smart, beautiful, everything, you can just keep listing them, but they can't find a life partner because at some point there is an issue. At some point it's not fluid because the norms don't match. They don't have the same vision. And an explanation for that would be that if it's for African men, I would say maybe they are stressed up, challenges of Europe, they have to deal with it, they stress. Maybe they just mix everything and they are afraid to commit. And I'm just trying to understand. That's what I can say. But for the Germans, hmm, these things are complicated. Yeah. So that was the reason why people don't get to find life partners in Germany. The last thing I would like to add, which is for me the most important, is the fact that Africans are always bound to their African culture. Like, they always like to be connected to their roots. So it can be challenging to find someone here who has the same vision like you, who is so bound to his or her culture, be it for Germans or for South Africans, because you can meet someone who is even African but who was raised differently. So if I can talk about myself, I'll be like, I'm still, I'm still attached to my culture, and there's some vibes that if I don't have it in relationship, it will be so difficult for me to connect. I mean, I like to gist. I will know how to say something in maybe in English or in French or even in Pidgin. You don't understand. I have to explain it. I have to maybe explain why we have this or that in my culture. At some point, it's tiring. So some people don't really want to date, or some people really can't find life partners because having to go through this cultural shock sometimes can be so heartaching. So you just prefer to just keep waiting and see what the future holds. So this video is actually an open discussion for you watching me to tell me, why is it so hard to find a life partner in Germany? Why is it so in Europe in general, not even Germany, Europe? Why is it so hard? Why? I mean, you can find a job even tomorrow if you apply today, but to find a life partner, you need a lot of patience, perseverance, as if it was an examination. I know it's really crazy. So please just tell me in the comment section how you guys cope with it and why it's so hard to have a life partner in Germany. And yeah, From there, we can all learn from each other and see how to carry ourselves and everything. So I'm waiting for your comments in the comment section. So excited to read you all and for us to keep on exchanging. And that will be the end of our small talk session for today. See you guys on Friday for the next topic. Bye.